subscribe to my channel.
Before we begin, I want you to imagine something. It's late at night, your phone lights up your face in a dark room, you're staring at a message thread that feels heavier than it should, you reread her last reply. 3 words, maybe 4. You analyze the punctuation. You replay your last conversation in your mind, looking for the moment you messed up. Your chest feels tight, your stomach sinks, and somewhere deep down, there's a quiet voice asking a question you don't want to hear. If she wanted me, wouldn't it feel different than this? Stay with me. Because if you're here, you're not confused about her. You're confused about why you keep hoping. And that's what we need to talk about. I'm going to tell you something gently, but clearly. When a woman is not interested in you, she will show you. Not with a dramatic speech, not with cruelty, not with fireworks, but with patterns. Subtle, consistent patterns that your heart keeps trying to reinterpret. You don't need more signs, you need clarity. And clarity is kindness, even when it stings. Let's walk through the 7 things she'll do when she's not interested. Not to shame you, not to make you cynical, but to set you free. The first thing she'll do is keep you emotionally at arm's length. You might have great conversations, you might laugh, she might even share surface level stories. But when it comes to depth, real vulnerability, real emotional intimacy, there's a wall. Invisible but solid, you'll notice you're the one asking the deeper questions. You're the one opening up. You're the one saying, hey, what are you feeling? And her answers are polite but distant. When a woman is interested, she moves toward connection. She wants you to see her. She wants to know how you think. She leans in emotionally. When she's not interested, she keeps it light. Safe, contained, and you feel it. You feel like you're trying to knock on a door that never quite opens. The second thing she'll do is respond, but rarely initiate. This one hurts because she doesn't ignore you completely. She answers, sometimes warmly, sometimes even enthusiastic, but you're always first. First to text, first to plan, first to suggest meeting, first to check in. If you disappear for a few days, silence follows. Interest pursues. Even subtly, even shyly. A woman who wants you doesn't sit back and hope you'll keep chasing forever. She creates openings, she sends the meme, she asks about your day, she says, I saw this and thought of you. When she's not interested, you carry the momentum alone. And slowly, that momentum exhausts you. The third thing she'll do is keep cancelling with good reasons. Now listen carefully. Life happens, schedules clash, emergencies come up, but patterns matter more than excuses. If she cancels once and reschedules immediately, that's effort. If she cancels repeatedly and never offers an alternative, that's avoidance. When someone wants to see you, they protect the opportunity, they adjust, they compromise, they make space. If she consistently can't make it and leaves the next move up to you, what she's really saying is, you're optional, and you deserve to be chosen, not squeezed in. The fourth thing she'll do is avoid defining anything. You might feel something building, or at least you want to know what this is, so you gently bring it up. What are we doing? Where do you see this going? How do you feel about us? And suddenly she gets vague. I don't like labels. Let's just see what happens. I'm just going with the flow. I'm not ready for anything serious. Now pause with me. If she truly isn't ready for anything serious, that's valid. But here's the part you must hear. When a woman is deeply interested in you, even if she's scared, even if the timing isn't perfect, she doesn't risk losing you by being ambiguous forever. Ambiguity protects her from commitment. Clarity protects you from confusion. If months go by and you still don't know where you stand, you're not in the early stages of something beautiful. You are in the holding area. The fifth thing she'll do is keep you separate from her real world. You don't meet her friends, you don't hear much about her family, you not included in future-oriented plans. You exist in a bubble, private, limited, contained. When a woman is interested, she integrates you. Slowly maybe, but intentionally. She wants her world to intersect with yours. She imagines you in her life beyond Friday night. If she keeps you compartmentalized, it's often because she doesn't see you in the bigger picture. And your heart feels that isolation more than your mind admits. The sixth thing she'll do is flirt inconsistently. One day she's warm, touching your arm, laughing at everything you say, making eye contact that lingers. The next day she's distant, distracted, emotionally flat. This inconsistency can feel intoxicating, like a game, like something to win. But psychologically, what's happening is powerful and dangerous. Intermittent reinforcement. It's the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. You don't know when the reward is coming, so you keep investing, you keep trying harder, you keep thinking, maybe if I say it better, maybe if I look better, maybe if I try more. But genuine interest is consistent. It doesn't disappear and reappear like a light switch. If you feel anxious more often than secure, you're not building connection. You're chasing validation. And the seventh thing, the most important one, is this. You feel confused more than you feel calm. You feel confused more than you feel calm. Read that again in your mind. You feel confused more than you feel calm. Even if it's new, even if it's imperfect, there's a sense of, okay, this is moving forward. When she's not interested, your nervous system knows before your ego does. You overthink, you replay, you strategize, you question your worth. You look for hidden meaning in neutral behaviors. You feel like you're auditioning. Love, or even healthy attraction, is not an audition. It's alignment. Now I want to say something that might shift everything for you. Her lack of interest is not a verdict on your value. Her lack of interest is not a verdict on your value. It is a mismatch of desire. But when you internalize her disinterest as proof that you are not enough, you begin shrinking yourself to fit someone who was never leaning toward you in the first place. You become hyper-aware, over-accommodating, too available, less honest about your needs. You think, if I just show her how good I am. But someone who needs convincing is already unconvinced. And I know that hurts, because you see her potential. You see how great it could be. You imagine how you would treat her, but relationships are not built on your capacity to love. They are built on mutual willingness. Let me tell you a story. I once spoke with a man who spent 2 years pursuing a woman who gave him just enough to stay. She'd call when she was lonely. She'd disappear when she met someone new. She'd say, "You're such a good guy," but never, "I want you." He believed patience would win her over. He believed consistency would prove his worth. But what it actually did was teach her that he would stay without being chosen. When he finally stepped back, not in anger, not in manipulation, but in self-respect, something incredible happened. And then relief, because the exhausting cycle of hoping was over. And in that space, he met someone who didn't require persuasion. She required presence. Do you see the difference? You are not meant to convince someone to see you. You are meant to be seen by someone who already does. So if you recognize these 7 patterns in your situation, don't respond with bitterness. Respond with clarity. Stop over-explaining, stop over-giving, stop over-pursuing. Match her energy. If she doesn't initiate, you don't chase. If she cancels without rescheduling, you don't reoffer. If she stays vague, you state what you want once, calmly, and then observe. Not to punish, but to protect your dignity. And here's the mindset shift I want you to carry forward. Rejection is redirection toward reciprocity. Say that quietly to yourself. Rejection is redirection toward reciprocity. You don't want lukewarm, you don't want almost, you don't want potential. You want someone who lights up when your name appears on her phone. Someone who feels relief when you walk into the room. Someone who chooses you without hesitation. And that kind of connection begins the moment you stop tolerating confusion. Right now, the most attractive thing you can do is not try harder. It's step back with composure. It's say, internally, I want mutual interest. And if this isn't it, I release it. That energy changes everything. Because when you stop chasing what is drifting away, you create space for what is moving towards you. You are not behind. You are not lacking. You are not lacking, are not almost enough. You are simply standing in front of so. Me and who doesn't feel what you feel. And the bravest thing you can do is accept that without collapsing your self-worth. Take a breath with me. Feel the tension in your chest. That tension isn't love. It's uncertainty. And you don't have to live there. One day, maybe sooner than you think, you'll look back at this moment and realize something powerful. The woman who didn't choose you forced you to choose yourself. And that choice will echo through every relationship that follows. So tonight, instead of analyzing her last message, I want you to analyze your standards. Instead of asking, how do I get her more interested? Ask, is this the kind of connection I truly want? Because you are not here to earn crumbs. You are here to experience mutual desire, respect, and emotional safety. And the moment you internalize that, not intellectually, but deeply, your posture changes. Your tone changes. Your choices change. You stop clinging. You stop choices. And that shift is powerful. You deserve someone who is certain about you, not someone you have to decode, not someone you have to convince, not someone who keeps you guessing. When a woman is not interested, she'll show you in small, repeated ways. Believe her the first time. And then, with calm strength, walk towards someone who doesn't need persuasion to see your worth. Because the right connection won't make you feel confused. It will make you feel chosen. And you, my friend, are meant to be chosen.